So well done. This is a 12-inch flocked illuminated metal sphere. So it should be $63. You're able to get this home for $39.99, which means you are saving $23. 3 easy payments of $13.33 will get it home. This will look beautiful during the day, but it is going to come alive at night. You've got some different patterns for you, but if you picked up our little planters with the animals earlier in the glasses, this will pair beautifully with it. Right there you are seeing our flowers. And then in studio,
Butterflies.
It's a little hard to see.
Well, if we could
bring
do
the lights down.
like super dark, that would be great. Because we had a big wow the other day.
So they're gonna come down for us. But this is our butterfly option, so you'll see those lighting up.
Maybe, could we even get like totally dark? I don't know if we can get any darker. The lights are so, even the lights when they're dim in here are so bright. Okay, so there you go. So there's your butterflies. And during the day, it just looks like a beautiful moss sphere in your urn or whatever. But then at night, you have a battery-operated lighting cap at the top that will turn on. It's got a 6-hour timer.
Okay.
And so it'll turn on whenever you want it to and display these beautiful patterns. So here's the flowers.
Love that.
And they look like the sort of vintage, like 1960s That Girl daisies.
Yes.
Or like Doris Day. I love it.
It does look like that. That's the flower power.
Super happy.
And then last but not
over
least,
here, I asked if we could have a white table because I wanted you to see, this is the paws. And so I want you to see what this looks like in reality on your sidewalk or you know, the table, wherever you have it. But look at this. It looks like a sky full of paw print stars. And I kind of got a little choked up when I first saw this because it just reminded me of what I imagine when you lose your pet and they go to Rainbow Bridge and then you start to see a picture, an image of your pet in the clouds, and you always think you can see your pet sending you a sign.
Right.
But I felt like this looks like what the pets must see when they go to heaven, and all of the stars are shaped like all the paws from all the animals that are up there. And if you have a pet that you love or a pet that you've lost, this is a must-have for your pet memorial garden or just for anywhere on your property this summer.
It's so beautiful, and I've never seen something like this where you were getting something that looks like, you know, just a sphere, a kind of hedge sphere during the day, and then as the sun sets, it comes alive, and it gives you that enchanted garden sort of feel. This is what you put maybe in the pathway lining up to your house, or put in those planters on your patio at a clearance price of $39.99. Pick up more than one of these because you will fall in love with them, and you have that ability. It comes with that stake.
Yes, so the stake screws into the bottom. So if you want to stick it in the ground or in a flower pot, you can screw the stake in. If you want to just set it on a table, maybe put it inside a large like flat bowl or something as like a centerpiece or something like that, you could take the stake out. It's somewhat flat in the middle, so it's not going to roll around on the tabletop. And then the top opens up, and there is a battery compartment inside, which you unscrew. Maybe we could
bring the lights up a little bit.
Yeah, just to show that, just so show really easy.
We're gonna bring them up.
Okay, so in the top, I'll show you. There's a little latch here, right here, and then you just lift this up, and then you grab the edge. See, it's got fairy lights around the outside. This top screws off.
Okay.
And then inside, you're going to put 3 AA's, and then there's also your on and off and timer switch right there. So you can put it on that 6-hour timer, and then screw this back on, stick it back in the top, and then close the lid. And so now it'll come back on at the same time every evening, so you can see your flowers or your paws or your butterflies.
But even when the lights are on.
Yeah, during the day, it's pretty. It looks like a beautiful, and it's soft. It feels like moss, doesn't it?
And it really stands out, I think, in that paw, where you've got a little bit more of the space. It looks like something you would see if you went to, you know, we have Longwood Gardens here in Pennsylvania, where you see all of those gorgeous displays. You're able to have that in the comfort of your own backyard.
Yeah, you can see the paws, the holes on the paws are a little bit bigger, so you can see them even when it's not lit.
And it's just so well done. This is something you do not find everywhere. You do not find this detail. You do not find it at a clearance price. Or if you do, it's not illuminated.
Right.
You are getting really the best of everything with this. $63 was the original price. You are now getting it for $39.99. 3 easy payments of $13.33. You decide whether you want our floral option. So this is our butterfly in front of me.
The butterfly's a little more subtle.
Yeah.
But at night, it's absolutely stunning. And you're seeing the butterflies in different shapes and wings open and folded and really, really pretty.
And anytime I see a butterfly, I feel like it's a sign of good luck or like a lost loved one.
Someone's returning with a special message for you. Right.
And having that, especially if you're coming home at night and you have that on your patio to welcome you in.
You can see, I'll hold my card back here. Look at the pattern from the flowers.
The floral is great.
So pretty.
I can't stop thinking of that show now.
I know. Diamonds, daisies, snowflakes.
I have a friend who has decorated her entire home like that. I'm not kidding.
I love that.
And then we
Very
have
1961.
Very 1961. She lives in West Hollywood, and that is what her home looks like. And then we have our paw prints.
And the paws are a must-have. Again, if you have a love for animals, you've lost your pet. I just think at night, in a special part of your garden, when this lights up, it's going to throw those lit little paws all over the area where you're thinking of your dog or your cat, and it looks like stars that look like paws. Look at that. And if the higher up it is off the ground, the bigger the paws get.
Yeah. If you are one of our friends who is joining us tonight and maybe has not picked up one of the live plants, and you are looking for a little greenery, maybe at your front door in 2 pots, pick up one of each and have them like flanked by your front door. You are getting illumination at the front door. You are getting greenery. Best of both worlds at a clearance price.
And they're metal, by the way. They're not plastic and cheapy.
No.
They're made out of metal that's flocked. So they're
just
really
like
nice
that.
quality.
Yes. That was a great video of what I was describing.
Right.
So make sure you are checking out those carts. It's item number M131425. And if you did not pick up our little friend with the glasses, that is in our show as well.
Do you remember the bunny's name?
Yes.